Hello everyone, Statement Sunday, January 17th, webinars coming up. Your opportunity to call on senators to oppose euthanasia and compassionate travel is essential travel. It is Wednesday, January 13th, and this is Quick Updates. Now this coming Sunday, January 17th, is being called Statement Sunday. Here's Andre with more on that.
Thanks, Colin. So Statement Sunday is all about the church, Reformed churches across this country standing hand in hand or shoulder to shoulder with other churches from all across this country to make a public, compassionate, but honest and true statement about human sexuality, human identity, our worth in being created in the image of God as male and female. This is going to be made in the context of the federal government moving forward to criminally ban so-called conversion therapy, but doing so in a way that they, intentionally or not, are going to impact on the ministry of the church to address these issues of identity, sexuality, sexual ethics, gender, and so on. So we're hoping that many Reformed churches will join hands with many other Christians in also making a statement this coming Sunday on those topics. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks, Andre. We will include more details in our national newsletter being sent tomorrow. You can go to arpacanada.ca to read more as well. Ed now joins us to talk about some upcoming Q&A webinars that we have scheduled.
Hey, thanks, Colin.
They're back!
ARPA Canada webinars. Remember those webinars we did last year? Well, we've got some more planned for you again this year as well. Already next week, save the date, Wednesday, January 20. Book the evening off. 2 webinars coming up, one for you folks out east, another one for you folks out west. Colin Postma will be joined by MP Ardal Viersen, and they'll talk to you about sexual exploitation, explicit pornographic materials, human trafficking, and the recent Pornhub issues. They'll educate you, they'll encourage you, but they'll also equip you to political action. Another webinar we have coming up is on conversion therapy, Bill C6. Once the bill gets passed, many of you are going to ask, what can I do now? Now what? Well, our Director of Law and Public Policy, Andre Schuten, will be joined by our good friend at Faith Beyond Belief, Jojo Ruba, and they'll also give you some training sessions and tell you what you can do going forward. So webinars, one coming up next week. Book the evening off, make that cup of hot chocolate, finish off those Purdy's chocolates you got at Christmas time, and enjoy the webinars. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks so much, Ed. We'll have more details on this shortly. Now, this past week, Anna was published in the Winnipeg Free Press.
Hi everyone, you've likely heard the stories now about politicians who traveled out of the country over their Christmas holidays. They're being pretty much universally slammed for failing to practice what they preach when it comes to staying home to curb the spread of COVID-19. But what's disappointing is how all this travel has been lumped into one category as bad and hypocritical, where some of them actually did travel for what I would consider essential reasons. A Liberal MP attended her father's memorial service. An NDP MP got special permission to visit her ailing grandmother in Greece. We've had this talk about elder care in Canada and the need for a compassionate family-first approach. But then we see these politicians being shamed for using their holiday time for this kind of compassionate travel. So I had an article published this week that actually commends these politicians for using their holiday time this way and calls on us to defend those who need defending. Compassionate travel is essential travel, and that needs to be recognized even during a time of a pandemic. Back to you, Colin.
Thanks, Anna. You can find a link to the article on our website. And finally, Bill C7 on the topic of euthanasia was moving quickly through the legislative process when the legislature and Senate rose for the break. In a few short weeks, the Senate will return and will resume studying this legislation. We have revamped the Easy Mail to be sent to your provincial senators. There seems to be some appetite within the Senate to revise the bill, whether for good or to make it even less restrictive. This is an opportunity to encourage them to amend the legislation or to vote against it. Go to easymail.arpacanada.ca to send your letter today. That's it for Quick Updates this week. Thanks to you for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.